Elegant Sea Urchin is proof of mass hysteria, written, produced, and presented by Studio Swoon as part of the greater Swoon craft created. You can support this and all things Swoon by subbing, sharing, becoming a patron, or making a one-time donation. Before the program starts, our medical professional suggests if you only hear nothing but swoon, to send your ears in. They've been recalled and you'll be issued a new set. Hey, you, listening. Thanks. And enjoy.
Wave catchers,
I've forgotten. I haven't had any time while we've been in this space. That's not fair. There's nothing but time. This thoroughly maddening hollow. I can't blame myself. I blame you, but that's not fair. We're all dealing with everything all at once. It's already over. It's still beginning. I'm sure if you're just hearing this, you could probably find out how it ends because it's all at once. It's just a matter of finding the right alteration, no, attenuation, or the right frequency on the waves. No, wait. Sina is reminding me that I'm getting high-tide. We think a cast now might be what's needed, and I'm starting it, but now that it's started, I hear my words before I say them, and Okay. Slowly. It got worse when I was interviewing Sina. What I've heard is a girl. Her words are alarmingly clear on Dame Marin's cast wavelength. On Dame Marin's wavelength. It's not casting along with her on her wavelength. Very unlike upper dimensional. It's a loop. Very unlike this upper dimensional time dot we're stuck in, where we have to see it all at once and fight to make sense of it with our simple Stop saying it. No, you've said it once. I'm sorry. You've said it once. I'm sorry. The girl. Dreadful acolytes. Her message is simple. Her message is directed at me. Fable knocks. Seek the darkness to slip out. Our world is dingy, and our world is not blinding, but there is very little true darkness here. Even in this bit of fallen time, in the moon's shade, within this monolith of a hollow, Sina heard it. She had been listening to Dame Marin with me as we've traveled. Sina finds it amazing. I'm able to derive something not of our reality and bring it forth with things in our reality. If she watches exactly how I tune a wavio to Dame Marin, she can't repeat it to find the cast. But listeners, this is important. She solved her first fractal blocks. Apparently, the higher dimensional time glitch made it simple for her to open. She said it allowed her more time to deal with it. Different ways to approach the problem, all in the span of a 21st. A lot of my wave casts are longer. Within was this beautiful stone, cut like the Eldritch forged it themselves. It gleams, showering space in magenta cellophane. In time, we'll get through this. Yule has something's wrong. Maybe it's the same crushing realization I had through the last season of End School, that there's little I can do about my future. That there's little any of us can do about our future. I hope it's because of this place. If I'm getting glimpses of my life beyond this little broken time plot, then I know that it's happening to Sina and Yule, right? Sina is as composed and calculating as always, if not more. Yule, though, she's spent so much time with the Cap. I don't really like this feeling I'm getting from him, but he opened doors for her, and well, it suits her, I guess. But as they drifted off that first time, and when it repeats, I hear him say, "Have you enjoyed the view? So very withstanding." I wonder if he meant outstanding, but the echoes all say the same thing. I don't trust what I see, listeners.
Do I
trust what I experience?
Aspires.
I tried to get Yule's attention. Wave catchers. I'm scared. You've heard of blood rituals. The seventh star scroll is said to hold most of these horrifying secrets. I heard that only Azushriks are said to carry and protect duplicates, and none have plagued our tangerine specks since the days after the glowing dawn. And
I don't think
if an original exists,
quite right. But
and
these are my last
swiftly. In the writings of Al-Azif, he said the original was lost in a time before the glowing dawn, but who knows? Blood is something you recognize the instant it hits your senses. Why resort to this? The handsome patron who was letting, the look on his face, wave catchers, was ecstasy. The hoppers brought ice as his blood drifted around, and as though prompted by someone unseen to me, Yule raised her bowl of shaved ice, allowing it to soak in the lolling life of the beautiful elder. I had spent all of my energy getting up to the overlook. Sick, anguished, horrified, I slumped, finding some semblance of solace in the glimmering light of the adjacent spire that lured us here. And after regaining my composure, I looked back, and what I saw... The shining light of the monolith engulfed my senses again. I felt like I was on a current. I was getting used to the feeling of drifting. But I knew what was next, and found the point of darkness at the center of the blinding. This time, as it seemingly drew me in, I wondered about something I think I heard Yule say in her rambling.
Listeners, it's gotten so much worse.
It was something
Before that,
I didn't know how to quantify at the time. It was about some amorphous being of pure good that watched over all of creation. How all of everything came from
everything
it.
about the wavios and the waves.
Even its nemesis of pure evil.
I might be able to repair a wavio.
There was a problem with that initial idea. How can something so purely good create ambivalence or evil if there wasn't some kernel of those things within it itself? I think the fracture of darkness in this bright body brought to life that contradiction. Maybe it's scale that makes it initially hard to see the reality, or a self-blinding to the truth. My meandering thoughts came to an end as that voice greeted me again. You've come so far, Faye. Like every time before I said, Kay, I can't see. It's all at once too bright and too dark.
Or wrong.
Relax.
It's like hope.
There's someone
But
here
hope is inspiring.
waiting for you.
It's a desire. Something
Here's where I
yet to
see
have.
the faint glimmer
It's
of
the
eyes
journey
and the
to
glint of teeth from a Cheshire smile. I smell
For
cinnamon
once you have,
and think of green
or have
hills
not,
before
or
getting to
hope
say what I want.
once your hopes are affirmed
Hot.
or rejected,
Will you be there,
you no
waiting in
longer
the
have
darkness
desire.
for me if I find it?
Spark that
Will it?
drives a journey.
Will it really work? I woke up in a corner, the blinding light and the darkness fading from my mind. My leg blazed hot, throbbing pain like the molten sky of fire season. I don't know how long I'd been there, but I know that it was a long time. I know because I relived it. I know because my thoughts echoed on their own.
I mean,
Not because of this place. No, not this real life scenario. I mean, I did because of the nature of this place. Fuck. No. Here. It's a memory. I relived it for a long time. Sped up, slowed down, in reverse, upside down, from my view, from every other view. It happened so fast when it really happened. Now it takes ages to re-experience. I hope for a different outcome, but there is none. I think it's only a memory. Even if it were changed, it doesn't change the life under the smogs. My only regret was those last two words.
Enzo, feast.
I drifted in that dark corner, all alone. For how long? In our rush to find a way out, all of our things were spilled from our packs in the alcove. A blue car plush was obnoxiously close to me. I'd never seen Enzo bite or chew on it, or carry it around. But I know he loved it. When I would look away, it moved, staying near my Q9's paws. I hope he loved me, son.
Frustrated, I
hugged the plush terror toy. How did it end up here? Couldn't I have at least used the pin on the smog stalker in the first place? What would have happened if Anzio had managed to stick me with it? Wasn't Enzo smart enough to know his limits? I haven't been happy all golden season. I've been putting on this front because I know that I'm not alone. $8 of the fractured dimensions. Do I feel alone though? So I've had this terror toy weigh me down. Not actually heavy. Dazzling rays. It's heavy though. The swelter of the coming season was beginning to take over the shade from the moon. Even atop the spires where the heat could sweep by. I stared and watched all of the different ways it would happen. Fire season wouldn't come soon. It may not ever come. The scientists swirl in endless tendrils of blood, the misty movement of her marble body, the endless flow of words from her mouth. Not a chant, not a stream of consciousness. None of it was right. But the worst part, when the red soaked into the shaved ice, her and the cat ate it. Not just ate it, the opposite was part of something. I wish I knew anything about the seventh star scroll. I wish I had spent any time with Yule before the lucid purple shine. I've missed so many chances. There's been so much time, and I've spent it thinking and reflecting. And in all of this time, I think I've just been greedy, watching as the beautiful elder released his life to the smogs. I blinked as I watched. And Yule was offering me this life ice. I couldn't leave. My leg was on fire. I swear somewhere in this whirl of time I saw myself consumed. I haven't tasted it myself yet. I know I'm gonna be fine. Yule, her eyes, before I could jet, they were ablaze with something uncontrollable. Something that wasn't Yule, or even like the Aya that I knew. In the end, who could believe in me? I couldn't save Enzo. But why do I keep coming back to this? Haven't I moved past what happened? I think we're supposed to be leaving soon. But it's so hard to tell how many days have passed now. There's something wrong. One of the days, I don't think the Smogs meal ended. Or I don't remember the Smogs meal coming to an end. I just remember thinking to myself how red shafts shimmering into the hall, and how hazy the sweet scent floating through was, and how the faint sound of something far away scratching was becoming very annoying. There's something new. I hear it over the cacophony of higher dimensionals storming in my simple senses. It's like a gnawing, a chittering. It's not my portable wave bastion. It's not the cast over Dame Marin's. Sina believed we never needed to leave. Why? I asked.
how was her
No,
response?
Fred,
It's because there's an us that's already out.
Wave catchers, I've been carrying a blue car plush with me all this way. It was lost, but it appeared. It's helped. It really has. I'm not rippling. I'm making sense as much as I can. The car plush, its little antenna has been vibrating. You see there's a hole in one of the tires punctured by my voided Q9. Enzo left me a way out. And Cena, she opened her box and it's some crystal. And I feel we have to go. Don't ask. This is all we've got. The only chance to get out.